What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday with the Cam fam. Some extra shaky today. We are on a adventure to get Ashley a new car. The trick is a new $2,000 car. So, just to fill you in, we sold the truck this week for $2,000. Would have been nice to keep around, just to have as like a beater truck, but just wasn't in the cards really. You know, not in the place right now to have an extra truck. It's just sitting around. So she wanted something a little smaller as an SUV. I mean, we bought the truck for the acreage and for the farm, which obviously you're aware we don't have anymore. So it just didn't really make a lot of sense. And she wanted something a little smaller. So we are on a hunt mainly for an SUV. And the fun thing is, $2,000 is a weird amount because you can find a lot of like decent stuff that looks good, but almost everything has like one catch or one kind of crucial thing missing or one thing that doesn't work. So it's kind of a juggling act of picking and choosing, kind of. So give you we've already looked at a few things. You want to update them on the really shaky today on the what we've looked at already.
Whoops, sorry. So yesterday we went and we've only looked at one thing.
Well, there's the other, there's the...
Oh, yeah.
There's also
okay, well, there's an Equinox that I found on Facebook that I've had my eyes on for like 2 weeks now.
It's kind of what started
That's kind of what started, like, because I browse like the Facebook marketplace and stuff all the time. And I saw this Equinox and I was like, dang, I really would love... I've always liked Equinoxes. Like, I wanted one a long time ago. And it was really nice. And it had like, decent miles and all that. And we need like a car thing. So I messaged the lady and she's like, yeah, I still have it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I'm trying to sell my truck. And then she was like, oh, like what kind of truck is it? Like, so she acted like she wanted to trade. So we were gonna meet up that weekend, which I'm pretty sure was 2 weeks ago, and we were gonna kind of check out each other's vehicles, and she acted like she wanted to trade. Well, then she just like ghosted me and I never heard from her. So I was like, okay. So then we were like, well, let's still sell the truck because I do think I want to get something different. So we went ahead and posted the truck and got like a little bit of interest, but then I reposted it and took like some really good pictures and stuff of it. Cleaned it out real nice. And it sold.
Plug for our other side business, our photography, where we will take pictures of whatever you're trying to sell. Rent a house, sell a house, want to sell a car, whatever. We'll take, obviously it worked because we couldn't get any out of it. She spent the time, took good pictures. Clean, nice pictures, and she had like 20 responses?
Like probably 30.
30 responses within like 10 hours.
Yeah,
so
it was.
This goes to show if you're trying to sell something, having good photos like makes all the difference.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, sold the truck. Got back with the Equinox lady, and I was like, "Hey, do you still have this?" She's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay, well, like, I have the cash. I sold my truck. Like, I'd like to come look at it. She's like, okay. So then she kind of ghosted me for like a day. So then I started looking at a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. And then she came back and was like, when could you come look at it? And I was like, oh, cool. Like, we could come Friday night at like 5. She's like, okay, that's great. She's like, text me like when you're on your way and I'll give you my address. I'm like, kind of wasn't thrilled about that because she's ghosted me in the past, but I was like, okay. So I got her cell phone number, I had her Facebook Messenger, whatever. So yesterday we head out to Harrison, and we were there early, and we had a little bit of time to kill, so like we went to Kroger, and I messaged her like, hey, like we're on our way, what's your address, blah blah blah. Nothing. So then we're at Kroger just kind of hanging around, and she texts me, oh, sorry, I'm at the emergency room with my aunt. I need to reschedule. Which I'm like, okay, like that sucks she's in the emergency room, but it was like 10 till 5. I'm like,
yeah, she had no intention of letting us know.
So I was like, okay, well, let me know like if we can meet tomorrow, but I am going to look at another car, so like I may not be interested anymore after that, but So then we go look at this other car, and
we should have had the We should have videoed that.
We should have vlogged it. But it was really embarrassing for that guy, though.
Yeah.
This guy was selling a car for his cousin. This girl, obviously, like, not a salesperson, so she had her cousin doing it. It was like
the girl who posted the truck, and then whenever someone would come look at the truck, would hide in the house, and I'd have to go and
Hey,
go.
you're my husband. That's
I'm also a
different.
salesman. So.
Yeah, you're a salesman. Shut up. So, it was like a 2008 Ford Escape, and they won it $2,500, but he said that they would take $2,000. I was like, sweet. It was real nice. It had a lot of miles, but I was willing to like compromise on that. So I get in the car and we go to drive it. Ryan and the kids are in the back, and the guy's in the passenger seat, and I was gonna drive it. And like the first thing, I can't move the seat up, and it was like power. Yeah, like the seat was so far back, Ryan couldn't even get in the back. And it was like the power with the button slide thing, and it like wasn't working. So I messed with it for a minute. So then the guy's like, okay, let me see. And he comes over and I get out, and he's like trying to fix. He's like, yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Like I couldn't even reach the pedals. Like the seat was like that far back. So then he goes like, I didn't have the car all the way on. I just had it like, you know, where the radio and stuff is on, but not like cranked over. So then he goes to try to start the car, and it like won't start. And he was like getting flustered. He was like, I don't, like he couldn't even talk. And I was just like, it's okay. And me and Ryan were just kind of like, okay, we're gonna go. Like, thanks anyways. He's like, I'm sorry. And we're like, no, it's fine, whatever. So yeah, car wouldn't even start, like, which was weird because she literally drove it to this house to meet us. Like we saw her on the road. I was like, I think that's the car. And
which
then
also
she
was not 6'7", so there's no way that she was driving comfortably with that seat back there.
No. Okay. I don't know. Camera turned off. Anyways, so now that's been our car adventure so far. We're going to look at 2 cars today. They're both kind of far away.
Well,
so
we're supposed to look at the Equinox again this morning.
Oh yeah, supposed to look at the Equinox again today. And she's like, I'm gonna be at a yard sale in Greendale, Indiana. You can come there and look at it. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'll get the address and I'll let you know. I'm like, okay.
Nothing.
Never heard from her. Hey, can I get the address? Nothing. So I'm like, okay, obviously.
So I think we know why that thing was listed for 2 weeks and at $2,000, and she hasn't been able to sell it.
Yeah. Which, like, I'm super bummed because it was really nice, and it had like a sunroof, and I'm bummed. But obviously, just for whatever reason.
We even drove around Harrison is looking for.
Yeah, we were like, let's just drive around and see if we can see a blue Equinox. But today we're going to look at a Hyundai Santa Fe, and then we're going to look at a Ford Freestyle, which I never would have thought that I would want a Ford Freestyle, but like someone kind of like wanted to trade one with me, and then I started looking into them and I was like, dang, these are kind of nice. Like I kind of like them. They have like a 3rd row, which I don't know when I would ever use it, but it's always nice to have, especially as the kids, like, you know, I don't know, they have like a friend or something, or if I have my nephew.
If they ever have friends.
I don't know. I just mean if I still have this car. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna look at both of them before I make a choice. We're gonna look at the Santa Fe first.
If we live here, one car is here, the other car is here. So
yeah,
we're gonna be all over the place today.
Yeah, but Ryan's free till 5, and it's only 11:23, so
right.
We've got 5.5 hours.
And then I get to go Taste of Cincinnati with Soljan. Ask me about solar. We're actually a sponsor of Taste of Cincinnati. We got like a Snapchat like thing. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. So
yeah.
We'll be there tonight.
So that's our adventures. We will vlog some more of that as the day goes on.
We'll try to. I don't know. I'm not like that vlogger yet that just has no sense of shame.
Ooh, puppies.
Oh my gosh. Like, you know, they have like those vloggers where like you're like, how do you? Are people just cool with you?
Like they just walk around with the camera in their face all the time.
I'm not that point yet, so I don't like. I don't know how I would feel if I was trying to sell a car and someone's like videoing the whole thing. I don't know, but we'll try to get some video and do something.
This is so shaky. We really need like a stabilizer, something in the car. All right.
Tell you what, when we hit 40 subscribers,
okay,
we'll get a stabilizer.
Sure.
I think we're at 27 right now. So.
Well, I'm probably okay. All right. So we will see you soon.
Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson. Which one is it? Santa Fe. We'd be a Hyundai family. And we have a little bit, I can't tell if it's a dent or if that's how it's supposed to be. Initial reactions.
Oh no.
Mommy.
What, baby?
Here.
She wants to get in. Can you help her? I don't want to.
Yeah, Frank, you gotta check it out too, huh?
A lot of rust on it, like this. Alright, so we're now in it to test drive, and it's got a little bit of a bombshell dropped on us.
Yeah, I'm not buying this car. I'll drive it to be nice, but...
So, we're in here, we're getting ready to pull out, and guys, like, the air conditioning doesn't work. Yeah, it would have been nice to know.
Wasn't on the listing.
Wasn't on the listing.
And when I asked,
Multiple
does it have
times
any
about-
problems? The answer is no, it doesn't. Well, yeah, it does, because the air doesn't work.
It's already 90 degrees today. And the default reason is always what?
It needs recharge.
It needs recharge.
Bull crap.
That's what you're saying.
It only has 129,000 miles on it, though. Which is like... It's almost June. I am not buying a car that doesn't have air conditioning. I'm one of those people. Like, I can't. I have to have air.
Who sells the car and doesn't state that the air conditioner doesn't work?
Well, and the thing is...
Or it's one thing if you don't put in the
Ask
listing.
them.
Yeah, you ask multiple times. What's all up with it?
Are there any problems? No. Not having air conditioning is a problem that like people would want to know about.
Yeah, and you got kids.
The front headlights like busted out too. Like,
Yeah, it's got a
put
lot.
that crap on the listing.
It's got a lot of rust on it too, like a lot of like the door pillars and like.
Oh,
It smells like a smoker. We've got
There's
an
an
ashtray.
ashtray. Like, I can't, like, I already feel like they're not being honest about stuff.
Right.
So, what else are they not being honest about? Like,
Yeah.
you have to put that on the listing. So many cars I've looked at will tell you the
Right.
air doesn't work. Of course, they all just need
Needs recharged. Right.
But, like, if I see the air doesn't work, I'm like, nope. No.
All right, so I just want to give you guys a quick update too. I popped the hood right before we left. So Ashley, you heard Ashley mention on the we were looking at it, the headlight was cracked. So I went and popped the hood just to look, and from when I opened it, and you could like hear all the like rust dropping, like just like it had a lot of rust issues. But I looked and it must have had a collision because where the battery sits right behind that headlight, the mount and everything was sloped in. Like the whole mount that the battery sits on was pushed down and like kind of touching a bunch of other stuff. So, I mean,
This wasn't my first choice, but I wanted to get this one out of the way before we went and looked at the other one that we're getting ready to go look at, because I didn't want to, like, you know, well, what if that, you know, Hyundai was better? I should have went and looked at that one, blah, 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 blah. So hopefully this next one we're going to look at is good. It looks a lot better in the pictures.
yeah, this one,
We'll see.
that one, I mean, it didn't look super clean in the pictures. It was a little, you always have to assume that when you're going to see it in person, it's going to look worse than it did in the pictures. But,
This next one looks good.
the next
so.
one looked really clean, so
I like the color. It's got like a cool, like, seafoam green color.
yeah, it's like a black leather interior too.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
It's like a.
How many
If
miles
it
is
doesn't
on
have
it?
air conditioning,
I got flip. Now we're gonna drive all the way out to Mason.
I hope that is like a little like
So-
teal color.
yeah.
Learn from us on a $2,000 car adventure. There's stuff out there that's decent for the price, but you may have to go through some pitfalls. So we are on our way out to. So right now we're actually in southern Kentucky,
Northern Kentucky.
northern Kentucky. Sorry, yeah.
Gosh.
It's south of Cincinnati.
Yeah, okay.
Northern Kentucky, and we are heading all the way up to Mason, which is kind of northeast of Cincinnati. So we're doing the whole 275 loop today. But
Yep.
we'll see you guys in Mason. This Burger King in Loveland is like going back in time. Look at these seats. They actually have a play place with the old Burger King Kids Club, like marketing. And it's like clean and not all like dirty and stuff.
We'll let you know when our friend's here.
This is crazy.
I know, but she doesn't have socks on, and I don't. She's gonna leave her shoes on.
This is nuts. It's like they got the jukebox. Burger King is frozen in time. It's amazing. Reminds me of the old and Coleraine. Back in the day. Oh, so we're here at the Ford Freestyle.
Turn those down for a minute.
And we're meeting this guy at a church. It's a good sign. Is he in it? No. It's the Ford Freestyle. Let's check it out.
It's so weird, he's not here.
This is it, right? Yeah, it's got black leather. I think it's locked.
Yeah, don't.
So we're sitting waiting for the owner of the Freestyle. What do you think? You think it's gonna have air? It's really nice. It's
like actually
clean.
exactly
It's the limited model, so it's got all-wheel drive, which is nice. Looks like it's got a sunroof. So too good to be true. You don't think it's gonna have air?
something's up.
Alright. Hopefully you're here in a little bit.
Or-
Check it out.
Or God's blessing us. I don't know.
You're at a church.
He's the family pastor here.
It's the family pastor.
He has a nice family. I've already Facebook stalked him.
You kind of have to when you're buying stuff from people. I do.
He's like the most legit person I've like looked at on Facebook. The other ones have kind of been kind of shady, but he's like legit. So hopefully the car's legit too.
We're still in the same car. What happened with the Freestyle?
It doesn't have air. I can't drive a car that
Kind of
doesn't
did.
have air.
Kind of did.
No, it blew, but it was not cold. You might as well just had like. That's like having a fan on you when it's 100 degrees outside. It don't cool you off. Look how red my face is. I'm so hot. It had leather seats, and I was sweating. I couldn't get out. I was stuck to the seat. Never gonna find a car. It had a sunroof. I just can't. I'm so hot right now. Like I feel sick. I need a car with air in it. I can't drive a car without air.
So the search continues. All right, folks, it's Monday, Memorial Day. We still don't have a car, but today we're getting one. Right?
Good enough.
Probably not.
We're driving. Oh, we better, because we're about to drive about an hour out to Middletown to look at a car.
And hopefully a pool. Yes, hopefully we get a affordable pool.
The
We can
kids,
bring it anywhere we want. Except
the kids want to get an inflatable pool. It's Memorial Day. It's nice and hot today. I will be out again this afternoon at Taste Cincinnati, so we're trying to get this done for I to head on down there.
Oh,
So update, we went and looked at, I guess we videoed the other Freestyle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went and looked at the, still never heard back from the lady about the Equinox.
I
So
even had a friend message her, and nothing. So,
and last night we went and looked at a Dodge Caliber.
which was nice. I liked it, but like I don't know, it didn't have power anything, which I'm willing to like not have power locks and windows. That's fine. But the front, it needed like front struts and stuff, so it was all like super loud and bouncy when I drove it, and it smelled weird.
And there's the air conditioning.
Yeah, I don't believe that guy. At first he said it wasn't working and it needed charged, and then he was like 15 minutes later was like, oh, I charged it, it's working now.
Yeah, it's skeptical.
Yeah,
But today we're going to look at another Freestyle.
I like it.
It's got
Light
it's got
bulb.
a lot of miles, but it says it's been well maintained. The hopefully you're not gonna be putting a lot of miles on it. Hopefully like a ton. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's just gonna last for a little bit. So it's got cold air, everything like that. So
Yep.
look at that. There was a Chrysler Pacifica up close, somewhat close to this one that. I don't know, I guess the guy
Yeah,
somebody
that
else
guy's
come to look
being
at it or
weird
something,
about
but he's been kind of
it,
weird
yeah.
at it too.
Like,
But
wouldn't give me the address and just is weird. Like, that makes me feel weird when people act weird like that, so.
So our journey continues. Hopefully we come back with the car today. But we'll see you guys head the highway to beautiful Middletown, Ohio, where we've spent many of our formative years, early marriage years, at the Sorg Opera House.
Yeah, you used to go up there like 4 nights a week.
I did
for
go there 4 nights a week.
wrestling.
Yeah, we did 2 nights training, one
And a
night,
show.
one night a show, and then once a month. Or that was like Hamilton sometimes. But,
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a long drive. We'll park Riley up there.
Yeah, but his trainer was John Moxley, so
That's right.
it's pretty cool.
I got to wrestle in the Sorg Opera House.
Yeah.
The downstairs, which we weren't always in the downstairs.
Yeah.
Downstairs Sorg Opera House. I have a book bag full of old DV tapes.
I'll have
If somebody's watching this and you have one of those like VHS DV like where you can pop them in there, I really appreciate to have that because I'd like to go through all those tapes. Somewhere in there is my match with John Moxley on those tapes. So one of these days.
And me ring announcing.
Yeah, and actually ring announcing.
Yep, I got to ring announce for John Moxley.
One of these days I'm going to.
Biggest
go
moment
through
of
all
my
the-
career.
One of these days I'm going to go through and find all those. There's some other good stuff on there too. But
We need to look at a flea market for something like that.
Yeah,
we never do when we're there.
Yeah,
That's probably something we
you
can
never
find
think
at
of
a
it.
flea
It's like when you
market.
use
Yeah.
the old days when age myself, so we would go to like Media Play, and you'd always be like thinking of all these different CDs or video movies or something you want to look at. Then you walk in the door and you're just like
What did I want?
go blank and you just start wandering around. Yeah, that's kind of what that's gonna be like.
Dodge Caliber.
There's a caliber. All right, but we are on our way. Our $2,000 car journey continues, and we'll see you guys at the Middletown.
Buying a car.
We got one! Yay! I wish you could flip the screen. 'Cause
Oh,
we're sitting
yeah.
right behind it right now. But there you go. A Ford Escape hybrid.
You can.
So it's actually our first step into a electric, battery-powered future. Hopefully the next car is all electric.
Yeah,
Completely
Ryan's
all
thrilled.
my Tesla. So
Yeah.
I want
Um,
to like a car.
there you go.
You
Good
guys are
kids.
your daddy's
Good
kids for sure.
That's right. So yeah, it's real nice. It's got a sunroof like you wanted.
Yes, we went to sun.
It wasn't like a necessity, but when I got in it and I saw it had a sunroof, I was like, yes.
And when I saw
Sold.
them, I was
Yep,
like,
nice and it's really clean.
Very clean.
Why is that
Nice
one
One
radio.
owner, well, one family. It's
Screen.
bounced around from like
When I
aunt
got
to
it, no one
nephew,
said-
but
you
one
didn't
owner.
know what
He's got like a full
screen
notebook of all
Yeah, even
the history and
Yeah.
work done on it and new tires. So I feel good about it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
like me.
So we'll do a walkthrough maybe later. Well,
Yeah.
you can. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
gone.
Well,
But,
and it's a hybrid, so I'm gonna put gas in this car like once a month because I literally go 3 miles to work every day.
mhm.
So, and after this week, I don't have to go to Cleves anymore to get Lyle from school.
That's gonna be nice.
Oh, I can't wait.
Here she is, the new Campbell. What year is it?
2006.
2006 Ford Escape. Ford Escape hybrid. Look at that. Pretty cool. Actually showed us. We'll go around it. We're going to do the normal vehicle first. Tires look good. What do you think? Today was your first day driving it. All of 2 miles. If even that.
No, I went to get Lyle from school.
You did. You did go get off from school.
I love it.
Show me inside. Very nice and clean. It has a lot of features.
I think this is my favorite. It has a plug.
Yeah, not a. I guess the perks of having the battery and the electric system, it has an actual plug, not just a cigarette 12 volts. Does have one of those as well. Has a very outdated navigation system, circa 2006. Doesn't really work that well. It's no better than your phone. But you don't have your keys, do you? I'm gonna show. So you can see here the charge. So the car actually does have a small electric motor, and then it charges based on a combination of that and gas. So you can see the gauge there going there. The guy did tell us that it is like a little bit, but the battery is it's what is that? How old is this car?
13.
13 years. So but you can see here When you can watch it live, like it'll tell you if it's running on just the engine or the engine and the electric motor, if it's braking or if it's charging the battery while it's driving. Pretty cool.
Sunroof.
Oh yeah, has a sunroof, which was a big plus. You weren't even aware it had one when we went to look at it, right?
No, yeah, like he pulled it out of the garage and we went to walk up to it and I was like, oh, there's a sunroof.
That was a big thing because the other car we were going to look at didn't. You were pretty bummed about it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a necessity, but it's cool.
We already got car seats in it, but super clean. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, with all the, definitely paid to wait. I mean, we looked at some pretty crappy vehicles. You guys saw some of them here in the video, and this definitely turned out to be a pretty good deal. So I need to work on getting this back up under the. It goes up under the.
Oh, I was
back
gonna
here.
ask you where that is.
Yeah, it drops down.
One
One
This is
little
the
rough spot.
only like deep, like bad part. There's
Honestly,
no dents, no nothing. One little rust spot.
For the cost, I mean, I'll take it.
Oh, are these like backing up sensors?
Yep, it's got sensors.
Is it supposed to beep?
Well,
We need to
have you
test
backed up into something yet? Maybe we can test it out later.
You stand here.
All
I'll
right,
back
sounds
up.
good. But yeah, I wanted to show where the battery actually is. It's pretty cool. It's actually under. Here, hold it. Oh, oops. So, under electric future, how'd that come up? Hold on, that's up. Comes up. This comes down. It's actually under here. So this is the battery. Pretty much the entire floor
That
of the
silver
bed.
thing
Yeah,
is
this
the
is
battery?
all the batteries. Yeah, I mean, if you crack it open, there's a whole bunch of smaller batteries in it.
What?
But pretty much the entire length of the bed is the battery.
That's why the batteries cost like $2,000.
Exactly. Yeah, I did look at how much it would cost.
But
to
it
get
also
new
has a
one.
normal car battery,
Yes,
which is weird. But
which is kind of nice because it's got a lot of miles. But when you think about it, it's almost half of what a normal car at that miles would be because it's sometimes when you drive around the city and stuff, it's been going off the electric. So
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Our first step into the electric world.
I think I'm like never gonna want a car other than a hybrid or electric now. Like I've only had it a day and I'm already hooked on.
Oh, it also has like a seamless transmission, so there's no shifting. It's just a continuous. Is that kind of weird? Did you notice?
I don't know.
So it doesn't actually just continues to rev. You never get that.
Yeah.
For that shift. But all in all,
It does have one more dent.
Oh, what is that?
There's one ding right there.
The golf ball ding.
Yeah.
Golf ball hit it.
Yeah. But
So overall, how would you say the whole process of trying to find a decent?
ugh, it sucked. I'm glad it's over. My anxiety, my hands and my fingernails do not do well when I'm under a lot of anxiety and.
Well, then we had to drive it all the way home, about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
No license plate.
With
You were
no license
paranoid.
plate. Yeah, it's alright. I made Ryan get up at 8 a.m. and go get me some 30-day tags today. Because I needed to drive it, but we didn't have anything to put on it.
So I guess if there's any
She's
lesson.
legal. We got her on insurance. We got licensed.
Yeah. Any lesson I would say if you have to find a decently good vehicle for around $2,000 that somebody has to actually drive and kids need to be in, you need to have AC, it needs to be, not a junker. It's just gonna take some time. You're gonna go through some pieces of crap. Some people are gonna stand you up. Some people are gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But somewhere out there is a diamond
And
in the
honestly,
rough.
like one thing I kept looking for was I would always like obviously on Facebook I liked it because I could like Facebook stalk them a little bit.
Right.
But I would like Google map them and like make sure they're in like a nice like this car was in like a nice neighborhood, like one of the it was parked in the garage, so it was like garage kept, so
One owner
just like
or
little
one family.
yeah, like his aunt bought it and then his dad bought it. No, his aunt bought it. And then it's like new in 2006. And then his dad bought it from his aunt. And then this guy bought it from his dad.
He gave us a binder of like everything that's ever been done to it.
We have a whole binder, and the front of it says 2006 Ford Escape, and you open it and it literally has like lists and like receipts and everything like in this binder of everything that's ever been done to the car. It's pretty cool.
Pretty nice. So
Yeah.
Yep, so hang in there.
Hopefully she
She'll last for a bit, yeah.
is a good car. I'm gonna take good care of her.
She's nice and clean right now. I love that. I mean, the brand new tires. And he
Yeah.
said they're actually warranted for
Ever. He acted like forever.
pretty much until they were so bald we gotta get new tires.
Yeah.
We might have to drive a bit of a ways if we ever need to work on them. It's
Yeah,
a
like
little
out.
tire shop or something.
Yeah, some little, not a chain.
Right. Yeah. Enjoyable time. We're happy.
Glad it's over.
Went through a lot. Took about
Really?
driving to work a few days because we didn't have a
Yeah,
car.
it wasn't like, it's not like we went like a month without a car, but when you're a 2-car family,
Yeah.
it's not easy to go down.
Yeah.
So, what are you looking at?
Neighbor behind you. Alrighty, well, we'll update you in a few weeks how life with the hybrid Escape is going, but for now, we got a new car. We like it,
Love it.
and we'll see you guys later.